How are we doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be an updated Sage Awakening combo for PvE using Awaken skills only. We have two sets of skill add-ons that you can use. The first set is if you have 100% hit rate in the area that you're grinding, and then the second set would be if you don't have 100% hit rate in that area that you're grinding. If you're interested to know how to do these calculations, I do that in my previous Sage Awakening guide, so please check that out. The timestamps in that description will lead you to where you need to go. Now, before we get into the combo itself, I want to say a thank you to Audrey for bringing to my attention the benefits of staying in Awaken only. He makes some good points. I did my best to interpret a video of him in Star's End, him in Sakraya to get you the combo. I put a little bit my own spin on it. I put the best add-ons I thought that should go on there. Hopefully I get it right, Audrey, and if you want to message me with any more tips, feel free, but just please be a little bit more respectful with how you start your next set of messages, because if I was to respond in the same tone and manner that this discussion started earlier, then I don't think we would have got very far. But either way, I do appreciate you taking the time to share that video with me and give me your insight. If anyone can pull 6.7k plus in Sakraya with this combo, I would love to see a video of it. At the moment, 6.4 is the highest, so 6.3 is the highest I've pulled in Sakraya. I can see myself getting 6.4 or 6.5 if I did a perfect run. And for Star's End, again, 6.3 is the highest I've pulled in Star's End, but I could definitely see myself again getting 6.4 or 6.5 if I was to perfect the rotation. So this tells me if you can get 6.7, that I need to edit the way I'm pulling. So that's the main reason I want to see a console player show me a higher one, because it's really a lot to do with the pulling when it comes to Sakraya rather than anything else. But again, thank you, Audrey, and let's get into the combo itself. Okay, so you can see the combo on your screens now. I'm going to go through it in just a moment. There are a few different versions and iterations that you can customize in this combo by doing stuff in different orders and adding a skill or two, or add one skill basically to do a bit more damage. And it's a two-part combo. So what I mean by that is one pack you'll do the combo see on your screen now. Then the next pack you're going to have to edit it slightly with the combo you see on your screen at the moment because of cooldowns if you're going at a fast pace. I'll go through it methodically and slowly in just a moment, but that's kind of like the overview. And in terms of like these different iterations that I'm also going to show you, after I go through all the combos, I'll show you in-game examples of me using it. But it is going to be very much based on your gear and your positioning, the positioning of the mobs that are around you, on which iteration you're going to use. To give you guys a better example of that, I did a recording of me pulling 6.3k trash at Star's End using this combo. I'll be posting that on my channel, hopefully not long after this one goes live. And then that one, if you just pay attention to what I'm doing, you can see when I'm deciding to do which iteration. And that 6.3k trash video wasn't a perfect run. I'm pretty sure at a perfect run, I'm going to be capped at between 6.4 and 6.5k trash on console. I don't know what that would be for PC, because you guys, you just grind better, you just grind faster on PC because of your frames. But this combo is definitely more beneficial for console players, especially for higher geared console players. Lower geared players, you might have a bit more success with the combo I showed you guys in the first video, because it's just a bit more consistent overall damage. So, you know, if you don't have as much gear, then see which version you prefer and use that one until you get more gear, then come back and relearn the combo I'm showing you here. So now to go through the combo. So part one, so let's say the first pack of mobs you go to, you're going to use your pull skill. Then you're going to do shock relay into flow aftershock to reposition and do some initial damage to the initial mobs. And use lightning surge to reposition and stick back to the mobs basically. So you're in a good position to do the rest of your damage skills, but you're still kind of buffing up at this point. And then you're going to do shock relay into ready annihilation into Ator spear. At this point, you've got all your good add-ons and skill buffs up, so you're ready to do that big damage. So you're going to then reposition with Shock Relay and Spear Bolt, which now does a lot more damage because you're fully buffed, to get behind the mobs. And then you're going to hit them with that Spear Bolt from behind. And then use, Upsurge into Riftstorm. Now, this is the basic combo, right? And this repositioning, you don't have to go behind, just reposition to whatever angle is going to get you all the hits with Enlightening Bolt. Because this is your big damage skill, right? So then you do this on the first pack. When you go to the second pack, if you're grinding efficiently, your Rift Storm and Upsurge will be on cooldown when you get to the Enlightening Bolt. So the entire combo is exactly the same, but because of your cooldowns over here, you're now going to do Lightning Prison, and if they're not dead, you use the Flow. Usually the Lightning Prison will kill them, but if it's a bad pull, the Flow will finish them off for you. So that's version scenario 1 of the combo. Now let's go into scenario 2. It's basically the exact same, but we're not repositioning to do Enlightening Bolt. Now you will need higher gear to pull this off because you're not getting the back attacks from the Enlightening Bolt. But if you have a really good pull and everything's directly in front of you and you don't need to reposition for Enlightening Bolt, this is when you're going to use this version of the combo. Especially if they're all grouped in front of you, but they're very spread out in terms of not horizontally, but vertically. So maybe trying to reposition is not the best thing to do because you're not going to get behind all the mobs. There'll be some mobs left behind you. Then definitely you want to not reposition. You're going to do the Enlightening Bolt. That's going to do the damage and give more times for the mobs to pack up a bit more in front of you, so they're not as spread out vertically. And then you can reposition and hit them with the Upsurge Rift Storm. Again, it's the same principle here. If you're doing this combo properly, then you're going to be on cooldown at pack 2. So you do this combo at pack 1. At pack 2, just resubstitute in the Lightning Prison. Now, for the next one, you need a lot of gear for this one to work because you're not relying on that extra damage from your Spear Bolt, which is a lot of damage. But at my AP, again, if the mobs are really well grouped, I don't actually need the extra Spear Bolt. So I can cut that out of the rotation and then kill him like so. And then the pack after, it's going to be like this. Again, if they're not well grouped, then I would have to put the Spear Bolt in before Lightning Prison. But that's basically this one out the way here. Now, this is for lower AP. So this is the last combo we're going to go through, the last iteration. I don't use this one ever because I never need to. But if you're at lower AP and you want to do a bit more damage, there's a little bit difference at the start here. After the pull skill, you're not going to hit Shock Relay. You're just going to go into a naked Spear Bolt without cancelling the animation. Because when you do use Shock Relay, instead of doing Spear Bolt, if Aftershock's off cooldown, it's always going to do Aftershock. And you don't want to do that because you need that later. Because Spear Bolt gets used once, whereas Aftershock, you can use it twice. Right, so you're not going to use the Shock Relay after the Chain Lightning, so you're going to Chain Lightning into Spear Bolt, reposition with Lightning Surge. Then you're going to do Shock Relay here into Ready Annihilation, Ator Spear, and then you're going to do Shock Relay again, so you're going to Aftershock now, and then you're going to do Aftershock twice for the extra damage, and then you'll hit them with the Enlightening Bolt, and then Shock Relay into Upsurge into Rift Storm. And this is for a lower AP player. Now, I don't think it's going to be like the other combos where on pack 1 you use this version, and pack 2 you substitute out your Rift Storm and Upsurge with the LTB, the Lightning Prison with the Flow, because you're doing that extra skill, so it should take a bit longer. But again, I don't use this combo personally, so if it is needed, just remember, if it's on cooldown, you've always got that Lightning Prison backup. So now, this first video here is 269 Kudum. I'm showing off the first iteration of the skills that I showed you, where I reposition for the Enlightening Bolt. But here we go. You're going to see I don't fully clear the pack, and I'll use Lightning Surge, Shock Relay, Ready Annihilation, and Ator Spear as my filler. So this next video here is me with my full gear. This is basically the iteration where we don't reposition for the Enlightening Bolt, but then we still use the Spear Bolt to reposition for the Lightning Surge and Rift Storm. So as you can see there, that's that iteration with my full gear. So now again, I'm using my full gear and I'm showing you the extra short combo where I don't use Spear Bolt a second time. I just use it as initial repositioning. I'm not going to kill all the packs. I'm not fully buffed, and honestly, the mobs weren't grouped well enough for me to do it here. But again, it's just to show off the combo. You'll see me using this version much more efficiently in my actual grind video where I use it when I need to. So in this last one here, this is just showing with lower AP, the one that we start with the Naked Spear Bolt, and then we use double Float Aftershocks for some more damage before going into the Lightning Bolt, Upsurge, Riftstorm. Now, if you guys are having some consistency issues using Awaken only skills, do make sure to check out my actual guide for the Sage, where I give you guys a lot more information and show you a skill that does a bit more overall damage. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If the video was helpful, please do leave a like. If you find yourself coming back to my channel a lot, do consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.